In the beginning, God created Adam. Adam was the first man formed from the dust of the ground. God made a beautiful garden filled with every kind of tree and plant. This garden was called Eden, a paradise on earth. God put Adam in the garden to live and thrive. God told Adam to care for the garden. Then God made Eve. Eve was the first woman created to be Adam's companion. God created Eve from Adam's ribs, signifying their deep connection. God brought Eve to Adam, and they met in the garden. Adam and Eve were husband and wife, united in Eden. They lived together in the Garden of Eden, in harmony with nature. Eden was a paradise. The Garden of Eden was a beautiful and perfect place. The garden had many trees. These trees produced delicious fruit. A river flowed through the garden. There were animals everywhere. In the middle of the garden were two special trees. These trees were the tree of life and the tree of the knowledge of good and evil. God told Adam and Eve they could eat the fruit from all the trees. However, God told them not to eat fruit from the tree of the knowledge of good and evil. God said if they ate from this tree, they would die. But the serpent tempted Eve to eat the fruit. Eve took the fruit and ate it. She also gave some to Adam, and he ate it too. Immediately they realized they were naked and felt ashamed. When God came to the garden, they hid from him. God confronted them and they confessed. As a result, God banished them from the Garden of Eden. One day a serpent came to Eve in the garden. The serpent was cunning and persuasive. The serpent tempted Eve to eat fruit from the forbidden tree, promising her wisdom. The serpent told Eve that God was wrong and that she would not die. The serpent said eating the fruit would make her wise like God. Eve was tempted and curious. Eve ate the fruit from the tree of the knowledge of good and evil, defying God's command. Eve gave some of the fruit to Adam, who was with her. Adam ate the fruit too, joining Eve in disobedience. Adam and Eve disobeyed God, and their eyes were opened to their wrongdoing. When Adam and Eve ate the fruit, their eyes were opened. They realized they were naked, and they felt ashamed. God knew what Adam and Eve had done. God was angry. God punished Adam and Eve. He banished them from the Garden of Eden. Adam and Eve's sin had terrible consequences. They lost their paradise and their close relationship with God. They also brought sin and death into the world. The story of Adam and Eve teaches us about the importance of obedience to God. It also shows us the devastating consequences of sin. Despite their fall, the story reminds us of God's enduring love and the hope for redemption.